And we are live. What's going on, everyone? Thank you all so much for tuning in at this time. Everybody that's here, greatly appreciate it. Anybody watch us on the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Tyler, you're doing a second live stream. You already did a live stream. You did the post-game stream. What are you doing here, Tyler? Because this is too big for a video. We need to talk about it, right? Lakers beat the Oklahoma City Thunder today. Beautiful. Chef kiss. Love to see it. Secondly, the Denver Nuggets lost. Great. Beautiful. Chef kiss 2 times, right? And then to follow it up, the Golden State Warriors lose again. Beautiful, right? This is huge for the Lakers. Huge for the Lakers, right? Nuggets and the Warriors were right on their coattail, right? And Lakers, there was this concern that the Warriors may win outright, which means the Lakers need to go 4-1 down this stretch, the final 5 games, right? Lakers got the first win, which was huge. That was very, very important, right? Even talked about in the Thunder game, that was, very key. First one, got to get the first win. First win is so vital. But then, you need some help from some of these other teams, right? You need the Warriors to lose. You need the Nuggets to lose. Lakers have tiebreakers over both of those teams, but the more that they lose, the more wiggle room the Lakers have. Now, look, that doesn't mean that I want to see the Lakers lose now. That doesn't mean that, okay, it's fine. Lakers can, take an L, suffer an L. No, right? We still can't afford to take an L. But this gives you that wiggle room just in case, right? So if the Lakers do lose to the Warriors, it's fine. Lakers are very unlikely, unless the Houston Rockets just have this collapse at the end, or more likely than not going to finish as the Lakers, that is, not going to finish as the 2 seed, right? Houston will probably be the 2 seed, which is fine, right? I said I wanted the 3 seed, that I thought the 3 seed was most ideal for the Lakers, right? You avoid that matchup, the 4-5 winner. You avoid OKC till the NBA, till the Western Conference Finals, right? So it puts the Lakers in the best spot possible. And it's looking like, now look, Lakers still have job to do, still work to be done. But it's looking like the Lakers are going to get the 3 seed, which is good, right? Lakers have to bare minimum now go 2-2 down the stretch. Bare minimum. I'd like to go at least 3-1 in these final 4 games, but bare minimum 2-2. At worst, you finish tied. Lakers have tiebreakers over the Nuggets and the Warriors. So Lakers, that should be their goal. You have Lakers have Portland, which should be should be a win. Never really know with this Lakers team, unfortunately, but should be a win. The second win should be Dallas, right? Can you beat Houston, and can you beat the Thunder twice? You already beat them once. Can the Lakers beat them twice? Sure, of course it's possible, right? Lakers need to handle their business, right? Us as fans, we can dive into the little nuance stuff. We can kind of, look at every detail. We can kind of, overanalyze things. My hope is that the Lakers are focused on winning the next game, right? And then winning the next game and winning the next game, right? We've talked about from the moment the Lakers secured and had control of the 4 seed to the moment the Lakers secured and had control over the 3 seed. They control their own destiny. They are in control. It is up to them to decide if they want that 3 seed or not. They have to handle their business. These teams losing is great because it gives Lakers a little more margin for error. However, I don't want the Lakers to look at this and go, okay, well, they just lost, so now we can lose a game or 2. I don't want to see that. I want the Lakers to remain focused. I want the Lakers to remain diligent. I want the Lakers to take every one of these games as if they cannot lose. I need them to take every one of these games as if it's do or die for them, right? Because it's not just about seeding, it's about building the momentum, building the good habits into the postseason. Losses happen. The Lakers lose to the Thunder, right? In the next game. It doesn't mean like, oh, that's it. Lakers are trash again. Nothing like that, right? We've seen what this team can do. We've seen what this team can be. But I want the Lakers to make sure that they're holding up their end of the deal. Right? I want to make sure that the Lakers are building those good habits, or giving that effort on a nightly basis. Once you get to the postseason, which we're, a week away, right? I guess 2 weeks, because Lakers will get a week off, which touch on that here in a moment. But I want to see the Lakers make sure that they are doing what they're supposed to be doing to put themselves in a position, because once you get to the postseason, there is no, oh, we can have a bad night. There is no, okay, we can play lax tonight. There is no, hey, we don't need to give 110% effort. Now, Lakers have done a really good job, and I've talked about this a lot. Lakers have done a really good job of, handling business against the teams that they're supposed to. Have they lost a game here and there against teams that they should and needed to beat? Sure. The Warriors is a great example. But you saw them beat this Thunder team, saw them beat Houston, saw them beat Memphis. Earlier in the season, the Nuggets game to give them, the series edge, and then to secure the tiebreaker and all that stuff. We've seen this team, when it matters most, step up, play big, and handle what they need to handle. We've also seen this team play down to the competition, but it's neither here nor there, right? Which is why I'm glad that the Lakers have such, a tough schedule to close the season, because it forces them to have to be great. It forces them now to have to be the best team that they can be, right? I understand that the Lakers have this margin of error now. I don't want them to look at it as that, as such. Us as fans, we can look at it and go, hey, good thing this happened or that happened or whatever. The team needs to focus, lock in, and understand, like, hey, no, all 4 of these games, we need to go 4-0. All 4 of these games, we need to make sure we're doing all right. All 4 of these games, we need to build momentum going into the postseason. At the end of the day, I stand by, I want seeding more than I want anything. Health more than I want anything. Sorry, correction. Health more than I want anything. Seeding is a vanity metric, but I want the 3 seed, right? In my opinion, it gives the Lakers the best path to the NBA Finals, right? You have now one of the Warriors and the Nuggets, again, assuming all goes according to plan, one of the Nuggets and the Warriors are eliminated immediately, right? So one of the teams that people are most concerned about are gone immediately. So then one of those teams have to play the Thunder, and then another one of those teams are gone. So the Warriors, the Nuggets, and the Thunder, the Lakers would not have to play until the conference finals if the Lakers do what they're supposed to do, handle the business that they're supposed to handle, right? We'd play either the Timberwolves or the Clippers, and then we'd play, assuming Houston wins their matchup, Houston, and then we'd play or I guess we could play Memphis. So it'd be Memphis, Timberwolves, or Clippers, one of the teams we play. And then if assuming the Houston wins their matchup, then we play the winner of that, and then take on whoever we got to take on for the conference finals, and then the NBA finals. So this was huge for the Lakers, because the pieces are kind of falling where they need to be. The pieces are kind of dropping where we need them to drop. But again, the Lakers have to handle business. I don't want them to look at this and go, okay, cool, now we got 2 losses we can afford, right? I don't want them to look at it as like, oh, great, whoo, man, took some pressure off. No, the pressure should still be on. Lakers should still be looking at this as, hey, we cannot lose another game, right? Beat the Thunder, beat the Rockets, beat Dallas, right? And you got to remember, Thunder and Dallas, right? Those games, right? Aren't those ones on a back-to-back? So Lakers still, if I'm not mistaken, off the top of my head, they still have another back-to-back. So, again, Lakers don't have the luxury of just taking time off, right? Walter White said, basketball gods favoring us today. Don't make them punish us because we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing, right? Us fans, we can analyze and overanalyze and break down and go, ooh, Lakers can lose this or lose that or do whatever. Lakers need to make sure that they're laser focused and locked in on these last few games. Lakers need to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do. Bare minimum, I want 3-1 down the stretch. They lose to the Thunder. I can live with that because you just smacked the Thunder at home. You're playing them twice in a 2-day span or twice in 3 days, right? Like, it's very hard to do for any team, let alone the best team in the NBA this season. But I'd love that win. If the Lakers can get that win, I'm not saying I don't want them to win that. I'm just saying, like, I can live with that loss. Got to beat Dallas. Got to beat Portland for sure. You have to beat those teams for sure. If you beat those two teams, then you're good, regardless what happens. But got to beat those two teams for sure. And then beat one of Houston or OKC. Ideally, I'd like all of them. I'd love to see the Lakers go 4-0. But anyways, let's get into all the super chat questions, all the regular chat questions, all of that stuff. Real quick, if you haven't yet, take a quick second, hit that like button for me, hit that subscribe button for me. Let's do a little chat time. I'm not going to go the usual hour. I already did a live stream. I just really wanted to do another live, talk to you guys about this because this was huge. As Ace said, my goat with the 2 streams. Yeah, we're doing back-to-back streams now. But it's just, again, I had to. As soon as when I saw, Denver lost, I was like, oh, if Warriors lose, I got to do another stream for sure. So keep that in mind. So I'm probably not going to get to the end of the chat like I usually try to do. So keep that in mind. But I'll try to get through as many as I can for the next 20 minutes or so. But diving into it, Steph, 3 points, 1 of 10, 1 of 8 from 3. Yes, the Rockets did a really good job of just keeping him honest, right? Amin Thompson was getting after it on the defense side. They did a really good job of just containing him. What a day. Yes. What about the Warriors? Beautiful watching them lose. We can finally breathe. 2 more wins and we're good. Nice. Yes. Like I said, I don't want to see the Lakers, I don't want to see them take a break, right? Us fans, we can look at it like this. Us fans, we can look at, see another comment where it's like, hey, 2-2 includes 3 seed, life's good. We as fans, we should look at it like that. That's fine. I pray the Lakers aren't looking at it that way. Keep your focus. Do not lose your focus. We need to build good habits. We need to build the things that we need to build going into the postseason, going into the playoffs. That is incredibly important to me. 3-piece combo, love it. Still got to win 3 out of the next 4. Yeah, got to handle business. You went live right now, surprised. But hey, we're here. Love the stream. Keep it up. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I figured most people would be surprised because I just streamed. But like I said, when I saw both of them lose, I was like, all right, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. And it's just easier to communicate through chat than it is like me responding to a bunch of comments, stuff like that. So, let's see. I was watching 2020 Lakers, man. That team was good. But which team is better, us now or then? The 2020 Lakers are definitely better because they were a more complete team. If the Lakers were complete, depending on the completion, I mean there could be an argument, but right now, I would take the 2020 Lakers, especially that version of Anthony Davis. Like that version was arguably the best version of Anthony Davis we've ever seen. I mean, that guy was unbelievably good on both sides of the basketball and was hitting fadeaway, game-winning 3, threes, and that version was better. I mean, Anthony Davis was so good. There was a genuine argument he should have won Finals MVP. It was really good. But admin coming out $2 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I feel like Grizz would beat Warriors Jaw better now. Like I said, I'm still not entirely sold on the Warriors. Are they a good team? Yes. Right? Could they make the conference finals? Sure. Right? But I still think that I looked at that trade in a lot of ways like the Lakers did, but I mean, Luka is better than Jimmy. LeBron's better than Steph. And they have Austin Reeves and stuff. But point is I looked at that trade as like you got the star for Steph, so that way you can try to build a contender next year. And again, in a lot of ways, it's kind of what it was with the Lakers, right? Get the star that you can rely on for now and the future, and then kind of retool, but give you a chance now. It's kind of what the Warriors did. I just like the Lakers how they are now more than the Warriors with Jimmy Butler. But look, I think the Warriors are a good team. I just don't buy them as a real contender. Right? I think that there are several teams that I'm curious to see how do they look in a play. Obviously, Steph and Jimmy, nobody wants to see them, right? Nobody. Playoff Jimmy's a real thing. Playoff Steph is a real thing, right? But I think that there's a lot of question marks with them personally. But I appreciate you. Thank you for super chat. Amazing day for the Lakers. Yes, agreed. Basically got the Reese locked up. Not quite. I don't want to jump the gun. It's looking very good. Very good. All right. But I don't want to jump the gun. Lakers still need to handle their business. Right. Lakers need to make sure that they got to win at least 2 games. But like I said, I don't want them to look at it that way. I want them to look at it as like, hey, we got to win all of these games. If you lose a game or 2, fine, so be it. But yes, amazing day for the Lakers. If we beat OKC back-to-back, we definitely keep in that 3 seed. Yeah, if Lakers beat OKC, they'll win at least 1 more game the rest of the way. Warriors got clamped. Bring them on. Yes. Like I said, I believe the Lakers beat them in a 7-game series. I do. I just said Nuggets and Warriors need to lose. Lakers got to keep it going. Yes, Lakers need to make sure that they handle their business. Yeah. Silence. Can we still get the 2 seed? Technically, but you need Houston to basically have a collapse, which I don't see happening. I don't think that they're going to. They'd essentially have to lose every game the rest of the way. Because here, let's do this. Let's do this together because I'm sure there's probably going to be a bunch of questions about this. Here, let me come over here. Let me pull this off. Let me. Here we go. Bear with me 1 second. Pulling this up. There we go. All right. So here's the seeding. As of right now, as of today, you have the you'd have this matchup 3-6 Lakers because you got to remember Nuggets have the tiebreaker, I believe, and so do the Clippers, something like that. But according to this is NBA.com. So as if everything ended today, you'd have Timberwolves, Grizzlies in the play-in. That'd be a great play-in matchup. And then Kings, Mavs, both teams are terrible. But then you'd have Nuggets, Clippers, Lakers, Warriors in the first round. I still think the Warriors end up with the 5 seed. I think they'll win more than the Clippers. But Clippers have been good recently. So as of right now, you'd have, like I said, Nuggets, Clippers, Lakers, Warriors, and then Thunder, let's say Grizzlies and Rockets, Timberwolves. It's kind of what you're looking at. But yeah, so Lakers right now are at 48-30. So they have 2 games for error. If Lakers win all 4 games, then I get my original prediction for the beginning of the season, which was 52 wins. But since then, I changed it to 50 wins, only because we traded for Luka. When I made my prediction, I never thought we were going to trade for Luka. That was surprising. But Lakers are in good shape. Right? You have a 2-game lead over the Nuggets and the Warriors and the Clippers, and you have tiebreakers over all 3 of those teams. So if the Lakers do what they're supposed to do, then we're good. Again, Lakers, yes, they have room for error. They have margin for error. I don't want them to look at it that way. I really don't. I don't want to see the Lakers. I don't want to see the Lakers mess around. Do what you're supposed to do. Again, technically, they could get the. Here, let me bring that up one more time. Technically, they could get the 2 seed because that was the original question. But you'd essentially need Houston. So Lakers would have to beat Houston, and then Houston would have to lose 2 more games, right? And Lakers would have to essentially win outright. You got 4 games left, and they have a 3-game lead in the loss column. Lakers have the tiebreaker. So if they beat Houston, assuming they beat Houston, they'd have the tiebreaker, right? You'd need Houston to basically have an epic collapse if you wanted them to make the to make the 3 seed. So can the Lakers make or the 2 seed? Can the Lakers make the 2 seed? Technically, realistically, it's probably going to be the 3 seed. Jokic putting up historic numbers and they're still losing, yeah. Which is I feel for him. Wouldn't we want Houston to lose to get the 2 seed? No, because the Warriors, if they might win, they might not lose again the rest of the time. So, and the 2 seed, the only thing that would matter would be, I guess, home court against Houston, or if OKC loses. You get home court in the first round, you're going to play Houston regardless. Lakers want the 3 seed, right? If you could land the 2 seed, sure, that would be cool. But 3 seed is fine. You'd have home court in the first round. If Houston loses, you have home court in the second round. But if Houston wins, then you don't have home court against Houston, but you can beat Houston in Houston. And then you have the matchup where if OKC loses at any stretch, then again, you have home court. If they don't, then on the road. You're going to have to win on the road anyway, right? So, again, Houston, you wanted to win this game because they were the most likely to beat the Warriors. And I talked about that on live streams, talked about that in videos, right? That this was the game you were hoping the Warriors lost because the remaining of the Warriors schedule is very winnable for them. I'm genuinely shocked they both happen and we won. Usually it tends to be Lakers lose everything or win partially. Not everything goes the way. I know more often than not, right? You can almost set your watch to it that usually the Lakers will lose, and then the other teams will win, or Lakers will win but one team will lose. Like, no, I mean, everything that could have went our way this game. Just as their media was trashing Luka, bad game being the same energy to Curry, that they're not, right? I mean, Curry's had several of these. He's been on a hot streak leading in this, but people forget Curry had a stretch like a month ago, like right before the Jimmy trade, where Steph just looked checked out. Like people were even like talking about, like, is Steph checked out? Like he was having stretches where he was given 7 points and having he had one of the worst games a superstar has ever had, and he just had another one, right? But he's the GOAT, right? He's the guy. Like if LeBron had a game like that, people would be talking like he needs to retire. If Luka has a game like that, they talk about how he's fat, overweight, and washed, right? Steph has a game like that. It's like, oh, it's just a bad game. It happens, right? Like, okay, right? If Steph was on the Lakers, it'd be a different story, right? I can see the Warriors falling into the play-in. They're not as good as the media have hyped them to be. If Steph doesn't play well, the team cooked. This ain't the same Jimmy. Yeah, I still think that they'll probably finish in the playoffs. You never know, right? Like I showed on the screen, they still very likely could end up falling into the play-in, or being the 6th seed or something like that. But personally, I'm not really worried about the Warriors regardless. But yeah, Warriors have been hot. They're what now? They're what, 14-1 with that starting 5, and they've won 20 out of 23 games. So I mean, they've been hot. They've been good. I like a chance for 3 seed. Yes, agreed. My boy Dylan Cook, the Warriors effects. This is a great day for us. Yes, this was a fantastic day for us. Let LeBron have a game like Curry tonight, he'd be cooked by me. 100%. Talked about it. I just mentioned that. It's funny. Yeah, if LeBron had a game like Steph just had, people would be talking about how LeBron's washed. And what's going on, Mark? Appreciate you. Warrior fans are annoying. You don't see us Laker fans saying that we found out how to beat the Thunder yet. Beating OKC got you doing 2 live streams in one day. Love it. Yeah, I had to. Like, we got OKC done, and then I was originally I was gonna make a video about it, but I was like, no, I want to talk about it. Like, this is exciting. This is exciting time. So I was like, let's do it live. You think the Lakers can win the chip, but you don't know if they can beat Portland as always, a walking contradiction. I didn't. So you're trolling. Got it. Okay. If you need attention, just say you need attention. Um, Instead of wasting time in the chat. Let's go Lakers. Yes. Why the Warrior fans so quiet? Yeah, facts. If we have the 3 seed locked, would you rest the starters the last game of the season for rest, or even 2 games if we're locked in? There's always a question mark about that, right? Like, let's say the Lakers beat the Thunder and Houston. There is definitely an argument to be made to just sit those guys the last 2 games, like sit the key guys, particularly LeBron, Luka, and Reeves, the last 2 games, so that way they get like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks off. And I wouldn't be against it if they did it. My only thing is like Lakers still have a lot that they need to work on. A lot that they need to work on. And I want Luka, Reeves, and LeBron to get as many reps as possible. Right? I want those 3 to get, and Luka, look, Luka was just not that long ago was having, some struggles offensively. Again, like I talked about, I wasn't worried about it. I said going into that Pelicans game, maybe this is the game where he gets out of his rhythm, started 0-7, finished 10 of 14, and then torched the Thunder this game, right? I want him to continue to be able to get shots up, get in rhythm. Like you don't want to have too much time off, right? Especially if the Lakers have momentum, especially if the Lakers are cooking, right? So it is this tough thing. Maybe the last game, but and again, health is the biggest priority, right? You'd rather if you can lock it up, you beat Thunder, you beat Houston, and you have the 3 seed locked. There is an argument for that. Like, hey, just who cares about all the other stuff? Be healthy, get into the playoffs, and then trust that Luka, LeBron, and Reeves can figure it out, right? There is an argument to be made either way. I don't think that there's a wrong answer either way. I just personally would rather see them play and just get as many reps as possible. Last against Portland. Yeah, if you wanted to do something like that, I wouldn't be against it. What a day, Tyler, what a day for the Lakers. Man, we need to go 2-2. It's so helpful because we can't relax. But as long as we beat Dallas, Portland, we chilling. Yes, agreed. It definitely helps, but yeah, Lakers can't take it lightly. Make sure you take advantage and not just relax. That's why I'm worried about today, because lost now, we were in some trouble. But we won. So now I just got to split the rest of the way, which is very doable. Yes, and look, I want to see the Lakers continue to build, like I said, build the good habits. Right? I don't want to see the Lakers start to. I believe we're good enough to win a championship, but we're not so good that we can just, we're good. Yeah. We're not Kevin Durant Warriors, right? Like there is a lot of holes and a lot of flaws on this team. As much as I love the Lakers, as much as I do think the Lakers can win, Lakers don't have the luxury of just like, the Rockets can legit lose out. And if we win out, we get the 2 seed. Yes, like I said, it's very possible. It's a lot. It's a lot to ask for. Which I just, like I said, at the end of the day, I care about as long as we get a top 3 seed, top 4 seed, period. But Edmund coming out $2. Thank you so much. LeBron's 11 points. It's LeBum, Curry 2 points, double team. Yeah, exactly. It's the narrative. It's the story, right? Like people are so worried about, LeBron this, LeBron that. Right? Everyone's a GOAT but LeBron. Yet everybody has to make and jump through hoops and all this stuff, right? Like if LeBron ain't the GOAT, why do you need to challenge it so much? Right? Like why are people so worried about it? Oh, Steph's the greatest ever. Okay, well then why are you so worried about what LeBron's doing? Right? Why don't you worry about Steph and him putting up 3 points? Right? It's just silly. Nano Jill coming out the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Today was a great day. Yes, I should play Ice Cube, right? But Lakers demolish OKC, playing a near perfect game. Yes, L's for the dub and the Nuggets. Yes, this was about as good of a day as you could ask for. Right, everything that you could ask for to go right for the Lakers went right. Lakers showed up. They won. They didn't just win. They dominated. Like this was utter and total domination by the Lakers. right? This was the Lakers. They were up 20 literally the entire game, right? Like this was what you wanted to see from the Lakers. You want this effort game in and game out, night in and night out. Lakers have that effort. The Lakers we saw against the Thunder hoist the Larry O'Brien trophy because they'll win 4 times around. Question is, can the Lakers put that effort together 4 times around? Right? Lakers got to make sure they're locked in, focus. Again, this team is great, but they're not so great that they can lose focus. Is my point. So great day, great game. Everything fell, all the dominoes fell beautifully for us. I don't want to see the Lakers take that lightly. I don't want to see the Lakers take advantage of that. But appreciate you. Clippers, Rockets, and one of the Warriors, Nuggets, or Thunder. I'll take that all day long. And honestly, if the Wolves are the 7th seed, I could see Houston out in round 1. You're not wrong. That would be an insane matchup. I am obviously as a Laker fan, I want to see the Lakers hoist the Larry O'Brien. As a basketball fan, I am so excited for the Western Conference playoffs. Like the basketball fan in me just wants to fast forward, to the playoffs so we can watch these matchups. I think they're going to be so good, so fun. I'm stoked for the playoffs. Western Conference playoffs are going to be just war. All we need to do is go 2-2 and we're the 3 seed. Yes, like I said, I don't want to see the Lakers show up with that attitude, right? Us fans, yes, we're going to talk about it. Believe me, videos up tomorrow about it, all that stuff. We'll break it down because not everyone watches the live streams, right? But I don't want the Lakers to have that mentality and approach. I don't want to see the Lakers feel the need. Oh, hey, I can be relaxed. Hey, we can take time off. Hey, hey, we only got to win. Let's just beat Denver. Let's pack it in against the Thunder and the Rockets. All right, we'll beat the Nuggets, or not the Nuggets, the Mavericks and the Blazers. Right? I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I want to see the Lakers show up. If you can win all 4 of these, win all 4 of these. Win the next 2 and you can rest the final 2. 8 not scary. Luka sent him home. Cancun in 5. I'm mocking him and Wolves on his home court. Yes, facts. 4-0 Lakers. I'm with it. That's what I want to see. I want to see the Lakers. Like I said, if they lose a game, it's fine. I want the Lakers to stay focused. Huge win. Lakers must keep stacking wins. Agree. Do not let it up. Can get that 3 seed. Yes, beautiful. Steph and Draymond combined for a whopping 5 points. Yes, that's correct. It's crazy how far we've come from always being in the play-in, always on the road, always losing games when getting rest, and we have a good coach. Man, how far we've come. It's a beautiful thing. Like, genuinely, it's a beautiful thing. This will be, because regardless, technically things can change, but I'm going to knock on wood, right? Lakers should be a playoff team at worst, right? If the Lakers, being a playoff team, will get a week worth of rest for the first time since the 2021 season, right? Lakers have been a play-in team every year. They missed the playoffs and then have been a play-in and then proceeded to be a play-in team every year, right? The fact that we finally are going to be in the playoffs, right, and actually have a legitimate chance of winning, it's beautiful, right? Because, every other year, right, there's always a glimpse of hope, right? But this is the most confident I've been. Big part of that is you have Luka, right? But this is the most confident I've been in this Lakers team. And given the circumstances, again, you look at all the other teams, so on and so forth, right? We need the Grizzlies in the first round. I wouldn't be against that at all. How much content would get made if LeBron had 3 points in an important game? Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Everyone and their mother would be talking about it. People would be making 10 videos about it. If Lakers win against OKC and the Rockets, I rest LeBron and Luka against Dallas and Portland. Like I said, I wouldn't be completely against it. I really want them to get as many reps as possible. But like I said, I don't think that there's a wrong answer. Let's go Lakers. The beginning of a season. Do y'all thought the Lakers would have a chance at the 3 seed? I thought the Lakers. I said the Lakers would win going into the season. I said my prediction was the Lakers would win 52 games. So I figured that would be a top 4 seed. So yeah, I mean, I figured. I said on. I mean, it's on video. I said that the Lakers. I thought the Lakers could finish anywhere from the 2 to the 4 seed, or 2 to 5 was what I said. But I said if they got 52 wins, then I could see them being a top 4 seed because that would be enough. So, but yeah, there's definitely, you never know, right? You never know how season's going to shape up. OKC are 8-12 against Dallas, Denver, Houston, Golden State, and Minnesota. There's a real chance that they will get eliminated for the West Conference Finals. A very real chance. Yeah. Warriors struggle against, or not Warriors, Thunder struggle against size. Like I said, the reason I like the Lakers to beat OKC is they don't have real size. Like, all of their guys are all 6'3" to 6'6". Lakers are big against most of these teams, right? Don't get me wrong. There's a couple teams that would not be great, but for the most part, I think the Lakers will be fine. It's just really coming just down to effort. Warrior fans are delusional. Let's just be honest. Warriors are trash. They need Curry, yeah. Unless Curry is great, they're not going anywhere. And even then, they probably still lose. Warriors have 3 easy games coming up: Suns, Spurs, Blazers. Then, depending on what the Clippers do, the final game of the season, they may be load managing. Yeah, and that's why I felt we really needed Houston to beat them, because I talked about this the other day in a live stream, right? Like my concern was that if Houston didn't beat them, Warriors would win outright, and Lakers would have to go 4-1 down the stretch. Which were they capable of doing? Sure, but I had my concerns, right? Like. Difference between the Warriors and the Lakers trade is that Jimmy is more plug and play player, and they desperately need him. Unlike Luka, he's the second best player in the world, so it's hard. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's going to be a learning curve, right? There's definitely trial. It is hard to integrate a star, right? Dorian Finney-Smith, he comes in immediately, makes an impact, immediately is our best plus-minus player. Why? Because he's a role guy. It's like, hey, you know what you've done everywhere you've been your entire career? Yeah, just do that here, right? But then when you add another star, they're used to getting so many reps, so many shots, so much opportunity, being the guy to take the shot at the end of games, into quarters, right? Offense running through them, all these things. And then you add in, okay, well, now you're playing with LeBron and even Austin Reeves, who's been playing, out of his mind the last 30 games. And then you add in a guy like Luka, who is one of, if not the best players on the team, is one of, if not the best player in the league. Luka has LeBron has never played with somebody as good as Luka. And Luka's never played with anyone as good as LeBron, right? I mean, you're talking about arguably the second best player in the NBA, and Luka Doncic, right? So you start stacking things. Oh yeah, and then Luka is one of the most high usage, ball dominant players ever. Not just for modern time. I mean, literally ever. There's going to be a learning curve, right? There's going to be time where the guys have to figure it out. Oh yeah, and LeBron is one of the most high usage players ever. And, Austin Reeves is best in high usage situations, right? With the ball in his hands, stuff like that. There's going to be a learning curve. There's going to be a process. And you've seen LeBron. Like LeBron said from the beginning, Luka's going to have the ball. Reeves will be second. I will plug in. I will figure it out. I will plug in where I can. Right? And you've seen that. He's been more off ball. He's been put into the action more. Right? He's usually the screen man. It's been a beautiful thing to see. What a great day. Got a W against OKC, and Golden State plus Denver losses equals 3 seed. Yes, Lakers have to handle business. Lakers winning a chip. I'm with it. Once the regular season is over, and we'll see who our Lakers are facing in the playoffs with the 6th seed. Yes. Rockets can only lose 31 games. Yes. Rockets are hot right now, and they won't be losing until they lock the second seed. I think so too, which is fine. Like I said, let them have the 2 seed. I don't really care about the 2 seed. Two seed is a vanity measure, right? If Lakers are the 3 seed and win the championship, is anyone going to be like, oh, but the Lakers were the 3 seed? No, no one's going to care. Lakers just won, right? People are really, is anybody going to be like, man, yeah, great for the Lakers, but they couldn't get the 2 seed, right? Like, stop. If Houston loses in the first round, are people going to be like, yeah, but they were the 2 seed? Like, who cares? The Memphis Grizzlies were the 2 seed, and the Lakers smacked them a couple years ago. Rockets have 3 games left. My bad. They can only lose 30 games yet. Damn, a double stream. Yes, I had to. Right? This was a glorious. This was too good not to have a double stream. I had to double dip today. Double dip on the streams. Lakers fan, coming out the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Like usual, Lakers in the driver's spot, but lose against OKC and lose to the Mavs, and then fighting to win the last 2 typical Lakers seasons. Hopefully that doesn't happen, right? That's why I don't want the Lakers to lose focus, right? I don't want to see the Lakers make the mistake that we've seen in past years. I really believe this year is different. Right? Is it different enough to win a championship? We're going to see, right? But I do think that this team, the coaching staff, you got Luka and LeBron, right? Like, I like our chances. I don't want again, us as fans, we can look at it and go, hey, Lakers can go 2-2. That's great. I really hope the Lakers aren't doing that. I hope that the Lakers weren't sitting around watching Denver lose and then going, come on, Warriors, lose. Like, I hope that wasn't happening. I hope that they're getting rest, getting ready, gearing up to go take on, OKC in another day or day and a half, right? And I don't want the Lakers to lighten up. I don't want to see the Lakers, again, us as fans, it's our job. And it's fun for us to, Lakers this, and, look at all the different scenarios and all that stuff. I don't want to see the Lakers do that. I want to see the Lakers show up, handle their business, do what they're supposed to do, right? If you can win outright, win outright. I want to see them build good habits. I want to see them continue to get the reps and do the things that you need to do. Right? Like, Lakers are good, very good. This team, I fully and wholeheartedly believe, can beat anybody in the playoffs. There is a version of this team that is hoisting the Larry O'Brien at the end of the year. There is also a version of this team that's losing in the first round. Right? We've seen this team almost look like a tale of 2 teams at times. I don't want to see that. They need to build the good habits, build the reps, do the things that they need to do to get ready and geared up to go win an NBA championship. And Lakers will be in good shape. I'm excited for it. But again, appreciate you, Laker fan. Thank you so much. Wolves are definitely moving up. They have the soft schedule against East teams, plus Clippers, Warriors, and Denver's have to play each other. Yeah. You might not be wrong. And they're playing good basketball, to be fair. Seem to be a good neutralizing the opponent's team's best player. Problem is they just can't score, which is why I don't buy them as a contender. They have a bunch of young, athletic, just versatile, long wings, right? So they match up really well and can have multiple guys that they can throw at other teams' opposing best players. The problem is they don't have the shooting and the offense. They don't have they don't have that real playmaker, right? Like, Fred VanVleet is like an upgraded version of Gabe Vincent, right? He's more of a 3-and-D guard than he is like a true playmaker that's doing all this other stuff. They are a team that you see usually every year. So Sacramento one year, you saw Memphis one year, right? You see it every year. A young, athletic team that just bodes really well in the playoffs because they can just outrun and outpace and just blitz everybody. So they win a bunch of games in an 82-game season, and then they get to the playoffs and they fizzle out in the first or second round. Happens every year. Every year there's a team like the Houston Rockets, and every year they lose in the first or second round. Right? It's just how it goes, right? Because again, you get the team like they don't have the experience, they don't have the offensive versatility. Their style of play does not bode well when the game tightens up, gets more physical, is more of a half court game. All of these things. let's see. Lakers can handle any team in the West in a 7-game series. 1,000%. Wholeheartedly believe that. We will win a championship. I am with it. Let's go Lakers. OKC, KFC, Tick, ABC, or TLC. There we go. Sorry. TLC, ABC, Lakers at 5. I love it. I love it. Facts, Curry doesn't get the same energy LeBron and Luka 100% because he's not on the Lakers. If he was on the Lakers, what about the Clippers, Tyler? I don't mind playing the Clippers. Honestly, like a Lakers-Clipper matchup is something that we've wanted to see forever. And this is the first time that they're, well, I mean, they used to be the San Diego Clippers, but first time in a long time that they're not sharing an arena, right? Because a big question was always like, if they were to meet in the playoffs, would it be fair? Because the Lakers would be the home team for 7 games, right? Well, now you don't have to worry about it. I mean, Lakers still be the home team for 7 games. You don't think all Laker fans are just going to drive 20 minutes to, be in the Clippers game, Clippers-Lakers game. But I think the Lakers beat the Clippers. I do have some concerns. Obviously, Ivica Zubac is my main, because he's the guy that can get you 20-20, right? I've talked about some of these teams, right? Like Grizzlies, Zach Edey, as he's not this like 20-20 guy, but he's 7'4", 300 pounds, right? Like that's a little bit of a handful, right? Lakers struggled to contain Ivica Zubac with Anthony Davis, right? Now you have Jackson Hayes, right? I think I'm confident that the Lakers beat the Clippers in a 7-game series, but Clippers do have experience. They do have, good defense, good offense, good shooting. They have all the things to just make things very difficult for the Lakers. Very difficult for the Lakers. But Luka loves to play the Clippers. Loved it. I mean, he bodied them at the peak of their powers. So I like our chances. But yeah, I mean, all these teams that have like real interior size, which is why I've said I'm not worried about the Warriors. I'm not worried about the Thunder, even Houston. Yes, Şengün is a bad man, but he's not this like, incredibly physically imposing center. The teams that have the imposing centers are the team like Denver, right? Do I think the Lakers can beat all those teams? Absolutely. But you're going to have to maintain and manage, the big guys. Oh, Luka scored 3 points in it. Oh my God. Okay, but Steph is better than LeBron, right? LeBron hasn't scored under 10 points since he was 20 years old. And yet, Steph is better. I think you give them Rockets game off for game plan and adjustment purposes and play Trailblazers, then a week break for the playoffs. I mean, if you were to beat the Thunder again, which, like I said, that's very hard. It's hard to beat any team twice in a 3-day span, let alone the best team in basketball, right? On the road, right? You have to win 2 straight road games. It's not easy, right? Especially a Thunder team that they've lost two straight, right? How many games have they lost straight? They've lost 2-game losing streak. I'm sure that they don't want to finish the season on a losing streak. You're going to get probably their best game. But again, I mean, there's arguments either way. Just a little worried we could get the Nuggets in the first round. I'm not worried about the Nuggets. Right? Look, you got to play the Nuggets. You got to play the Nuggets. You got to play whoever. You got to play whoever. Right? Lakers, if they handle their business, they'll be fine. All right? If the Lakers do what they're supposed to do, they'll be fine. But if you got to play the Nuggets, you got to play the Nuggets. Right? Like I said, at the end of the day, if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. Right? If our path is the Warriors, the Nuggets, and the Thunder, and then we got to go play Boston, then that's what it is, right? You're either good enough or you're not. You're either good enough to win or you're not. And if you're not, then you're not, right? Boston was good enough to win last year, right? Like, it's just, again, whatever your path is what your path is. But also, the tougher the path, the least people are going to be able to talk, right? I mean, look at the bubble, right? People still to this day cry, it wasn't real. Like, go sit down, right? And like even Boston last year won the job, but they didn't play anybody. They didn't do this. I want, if the Lakers go through the gauntlet, come out and win a championship, what do you say? Right? Like, because you know how it's gonna go. Right? Lakers play whatever, Clippers in the first round. People are gonna be like, Clippers are trash, blah, 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 blah. Right? Then they play Houston in the second round. People are going to be like, but Houston wasn't a real 2-seed. They can't score this, that, and the other. They're too young. You're supposed to be Houston. And then, you end up playing whatever, the Thunder. People will be like, whatever, SGA, whatever. There's always going to be excuses. All right? But, I mean, look, our path is our path. Our job is to beat the team that's in front of us, whoever it is. If it's Denver, it's Denver. If it's Houston, it's Houston. If it's Clippers, it's Clippers. Whoever it is. Lakers just need to show up and beat whoever they have to beat. They have to play Denver in the first round. They need to play Denver in the first round. Beat them. Right? We have about 4 teams with 32 losses. Yes. This season is going to go down to the last game. Right? Clippers in round 1. That's very possible. I think we see Clippers or Timberwolves yet. Question is, who would you rather see? I'm not going to lie, I'd rather see the Timberwolves than the Clippers. Because Lakers have historically done very well defending Anthony Edwards. I mean, Anthony Edwards has even talked about how he hates to play the Lakers because of how well they defend him. Rudy Gobert can't score outside of 5 feet. They don't have really 3-point shooting. Julius Randle, Mike Conley, Jaden McDaniels is like 32% from 3. I like that matchup. I really do. I mean, obviously they have size, and their size could be a handful, but I like that matchup. Clippers, I mean, at the end of the day, they still have James Harden. They still have Kawhi Leonard. Question is, can Kawhi Leonard hold up? Can James Harden not be, disappearing act James Harden, and then just Ivica Zubac? I do like, because he's a guy that will go get 20 and 20, right? He's a guy that I could see, averaging 20 rebounds a game against us. But yeah, whoever you got to play is who you got to play. Clippers and Denver have tiebreakers over the Warriors. What's going on, Snorlax? Yes, great day for Lakers Nation, without a doubt. You think we get the second one versus Thunder? I think we can. Absolutely. Again, Lakers show up and play their best game, they win. The best version of the Lakers is the best team in the league. It's just hard, right? It's very hard. I wouldn't bet on it, but I wouldn't be shocked if it happens. I don't expect that game to be a blowout, though. Do you think Luka is playing it versus Dallas? 1,000%. I think Luka probably has that double circled on his calendar. Mini wins tiebreaker if we have a 3-way tie with them and Denver, since they went 4-0 against Denver and a cumulative head-to-head records. If we beat OKC again, that will basically lock up the 3 seed at this point, right? No, Lakers would have to win 1 more, but if they win 1 more, yes. So Lakers have to win 2 games. Whoever it is against doesn't matter. They just have to win 2 games, and they have the 3 seed locked up. If the Lakers do that, we're Gucci. Lakers will be the 3 seed. Curry actually scored under 10 points 3 times this season. Yeah, great day. Beautiful. Going 2-2 actually will mathematically clinch the 3 seed. But if we win the next game, I think that will go a long way. 100%. Lakers beat the Thunder. That'll go a long way. Long way. Wouldn't you? Oh, you meant to put, I think. Got it. Wouldn't you be worried if we make it to the finals and we match up against Boston, especially with how they guarded Luka last year? Of course. I mean, look, Boston is still probably the best team in the NBA. At least you got to give them that credit and that courtesy. Boston probably matches up the best for us. I like our chances. You know what Boston wants to do. Boston doesn't really have that imposing interior guy. Like Kristaps Porzingis, yes, he can be a bit of a handful, but he likes to pick and pop more than this guy that's just dominating on the inside. Lakers have to, if Lakers bring their A game, I think they can beat Boston. Right? Boston loves to shoot themselves out of their games. And my biggest thing about Boston, I really wanted to see badly last year, was how does Boston handle pressure? They didn't face pressure. Again, that's not their responsibility, right? Their responsibility is to show up and beat the team in front of them. But Boston's problem the last few seasons wasn't that they weren't good enough to win it. It was that every time they faced any adversity, they folded. Every time. They should have went 3-1. They should have went up 3 games to 1 against the Warriors and crumbled. I mean, as bad as any team has probably ever crumbled in the finals, right? Like, so my thing is like, what happens if the Lakers just put the pressure on Boston? And also, you got to keep in mind, it's very different when Boston has to worry about Luka. It's another thing when Boston has to worry about Luka and LeBron. Oh yeah, and Austin Reeves is averaging 30, right? Like, it's a very different thing, right? Like Luka was like everything for Boston or for the Mavs last year, and then also Luka looked gassed by the time they got to the playoffs. I don't think that'll happen this year because they'll have LeBron, right? He'll have Austin Reeves, and I like every fiber in me. I believe this. If the Lakers make the finals, they will win the NBA championship. I fully believe either the Lakers lose in one of the first 3 rounds or they win the championship. I don't care who they play in the finals. They could play Boston and they could bring back prime Larry Bird. I think the Lakers win the championship. And why? Because I think LeBron James is going to get to that finals. I think he's going to look around and I think he's going to go, I'm 40 years old. I am in year 22. I may never get this chance again. And I think the first game or 2, you'll probably see LeBron try to play within the structure and let Luka and Reeves kind of do their thing and he'll kind of slot in. And if it's not going well, I think you'll see LeBron James go, all right, I got it. And I think you're going to see LeBron turn that clock back. And I think you're going to see a completely different LeBron James. Like, genuinely. I think you're going to see a 25-year-old LeBron all over again. Let's see. Hope all is well. ABC, KFC, TLC, OKC, Lakers in 5. Yes, everything is great. Beautiful. Lakers are handling business. And we got to keep it up. Love the show, though. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Seriously. Thank you. Very kind. Great day to be a Laker fan. Yes, without a doubt. Lakers really love to play to their competition with 1,000%. Lakers may sit some players on Tuesday. It's very possible, right? Because they got the Dallas game back to back, right? But what if Denver gets the 6th seed? Then they would play Lakers in round 1. So be it. Lakers have to play Denver in the first round. They have to play Denver in the first round, right? Like I said, I'm not worried about who you got to play. You got to play. It's the Western Conference. You're playing good teams either way. Every team that the Lakers could play, you can make a genuine argument for why the Lakers will lose to them, right? Just like you can make an argument for why the Lakers will beat them, but you can make a genuine argument why the Lakers will lose to them. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, we smoked those frauds. I do not want OKC to get any confidence, so I would sit either LeBron or Luka. Plus, it is a back-to-back. I mean, there's definitely, like I said, there's definitely an argument to be made for that. Love your videos. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Seriously, very kind of you. Let's see. As it stands, Lakers, LeBron had 1 more point tonight than the Warriors' big 3. Shows you everything you need to know. I heard if we tie with many, they end up with the 3rd seed and us the 4th seed. I think that's if it's like a 4-way tie or something like that. Because I think they have the they sweep the, because it's like head-to-head matchups, and then it goes to conference. Who wins the conference, and then it goes to, division. It goes who won their division, and then it goes to conference wins. So yeah, I think if it's like a 4-way tie, 3-way tie, something like that, then yeah. Um, I remember when the Sonics went 62-21 year, and 8 seed Denver beat them. Yeah, I mean it happens all the time. Right? Who was it? The We Believe Warriors. Then they beat the who was the what is Dallas Mavericks, right? Any chance OKC rests anyone on Tuesday? Very possible. I mean, they have the 1 seed locked up, but Cleveland keeps losing, so OKC has a real chance at having the number 1 overall seed, which supposedly they want. Warriors and Chicken McNuggets are trashy effect. Tyler, imagine if we beat the Bulls and Nets, everything goes the same way. We'd already have the 3 seed locked up. Thankfully, those games haven't hurt us a ton. But you got to win when you're supposed. Yes. Lakers need to handle their business. I was ecstatic to see that Luka's game against the Warriors was a bad shooting night and not how well Golden State Warriors defended him. Yeah, it was just a bad night. Bad nights happen. It's part of the game. We still in some must-win situations right now. Yes, agreed. Got to handle business. Handle your business. Lakers only lose 2 games, guaranteed 3 seed. Yes, exactly. Let's see. What's up, Tyler? How's Wisconsin? It's going well. Not bad. They said still just working and trying to get a new house and all that stuff. So patience. Everything takes its time. Rest. OKC and Houston game. Take the rest serious. I my concern is you just end up getting bit come playoff time. If you ain't first, you last, Ricky Bobby. Lakers are going 16-0 in the playoffs. I love it. Let's get it. LA versus Minnesota in the first round would be great. Luka versus Conley, a lot better than Murray, Curry, Harden, or Morant. Yeah, the matchup definitely. Let's see. Sorry, I gotta find something to me. Houston might rest versus the Lakers. It's possible. I mean, they have the 2 seed locked up. Or not fully, but close enough. Clippers are deep though. Pause. Do you agree with Kenyon Martin saying we should avoid Nuggets at all costs because we may see them in a 3 versus 6 matchup? No. Again, you gotta play who you gotta play, right? Like what are the Lakers supposed to do? Supposed to like tank and then all of a sudden you go into a 4-way tie and now you're a play-in team or something like that. Like it's no. Like give me the week's rest. If we have to play Denver in the first round, we have to play Denver in the first round. You're going to have to probably play them eventually. If you're not good enough to beat them in the first round, then you're probably not good enough to beat them in the conference finals, right? So, like, either way, Kawhi's playing like Kawhi again. Yeah. Very possible Rockets could lose to the Clippers, Lakers, and Nuggets. Yes, very possible. Absolutely. Yeah, Luka owns Clippers. As a Brown fan, I would like a Warriors-Lakers first round to cap off the rivalry once and for all. Playoff Jimmy versus Luka would be great TV also. Yeah, 2 returns. Zubac is physical and has a bit of a hook shot, which, like I said, he's my only kind of worry. Again, I still think the Lakers win that series, but let's see. It's very possible Rockets could lose to the Clippers, Lakers, and Nuggets. Lakers go 4-0, get the 2 seed. Yes, very possible, of course. Bit disappointed Dodgers lost, but hey, it was our best W of the season against OKC in their home court with their starters. Yes. Tyler's bouncing off the walls with excitement. This is a beautiful moment. Now, got to handle business. Got to hold up your end still. What do you think the easiest path for us to go to the finals is? I still really like Warriors, Houston, and then whoever you play in the conference finals. I really do think the Lakers run through the Warriors. They're the only team that doesn't have this interior size to punish us. Right? Can they get I don't think the Lakers like sweep them or anything like that. But I think Lakers win that pretty handily. Tyler, my guy, what's going on? We appreciate you being here. According to Mike Trudell, just one more win will also clinch a top 6 seed. Yeah. So, got to get one. So, like I said, I'm not worried about the Lakers falling to play. I mean, I've maintained that from the beginning. Houston game was ugly win. They're gonna be easy. Yeah, 2 wins for the 3 seed. I'm more worried about the Clippers than anyone other than OKC and Denver. Like I said, I think the Lakers beat the Clippers, but I do think it's a tough match. I think it's tougher than people want to pretend that it is. Sports announcers, oh yeah, 100%. Don't the Lakers usually lose to Portland? I mean they've had their moments, but no, they've handled it. I think they've won all 3 this year, right? Haven't they won all their games against Portland this year? Clippers seem easier than Timberwolves. I actually think Timberwolves would be easier because again, their offense is a problem. Even against Denver, their offense was a problem. It's just they matched up well to like containing other guys. It's their defense last year that really came. Let's finish this off 3-1. Love your show. Let's go Lakers. Thank you. I appreciate that. Seriously. I'm not afraid of Golden State at all. I'm not either. I think the Lakers beat them pretty good, pretty swiftly. Why are you streaming again? Because we had 2 major losses in our favor. Right? You had the Nuggies and the Warriors lose. Boston would have home court advantage also. Yeah. I mean, chances are outside of the first round, everyone's going to have home court over the Lakers, right? Because they play Houston. Houston would have home court. They play OKC. OKC would have home court. Can the Lakers sign Quincy Olivari in the offseason or no? Just asking. They can sign him. In the offseason, they can sign him. But I'd actually be less confident if we played mid-poop teams. Yeah, agreed. I love your video. Well, thank you. Seriously, I appreciate that. Everyone's so kind. I really do appreciate it. What is the season series for Lakers versus Thunder? What, they're 2-1 right now against the Thunder? I know they lost earlier on the season, and then I believe it was 1-1 going into this game. Warriors have an easy schedule remaining. I should finish 4th and 5th. Yeah, which is why I really wanted Houston to win because the Warriors might have won outright. Tyler, if we 3-way tie with Denver and Minnie, we win tiebreaker over Denver, but Minnie wins tiebreaker over us. They sweep Denver 4-0. Any other scenario like that, regardless, better safe than sorry. No, because I don't think anyone else swept, right? No one that could tie. I'm trying to think of like matchups and teams that are ahead because Warriors have lost, especially early on. They lost to everybody. Yeah, I think that's the only scenario. If Denver, Mini, and the Lakers, because it goes head-to-head matchups, and then it goes and then depending on then it goes division, then conference wins. He's been wearing that shirt too much lately because I've been streaming a lot more lately. Tyler, you got to start Lakers rally in Wisconsin, buy a flag and put it on your car, go around town screaming, go Lakers. And we need the city of Wisconsin to be purple and gold. Hey, if Lakers win a championship, you best believe that will be happening. Second seed is still in play, but it's going to be pretty tough. What would be your dream offseason for the Lakers? Get 2 or more 3-and-D guys, like legit 3-and-D guys, not one-dimensional guys. Like get me like a Nah and somebody else, and then a legit center, right? Like if you could get like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, go trade for like a Mark Williams, sign a Clint Capella as a backup. Now your center position is great, and then go get one more like 3-and-D guy. I think that'd be beautiful. Who do the Lakers prefer to play in the 6th seed? Nuggets, Clippers, Warriors, Wolves. I don't know who the Lakers prefer. Who I would prefer at all those teams is the Warriors. It'd probably be the Warriors, the Wolves, Clippers, and Nuggets in that order of who I'd like to play. Ron shouldn't be playing the back-to-backs. I mean, it depends on if the Lakers win. I think you have to play them. I think you have to play them in that Thunder game because if you lose that Thunder game, now you have no choice. If you lose that Mavs game, now you're in trouble, right? So I think you have no choice, right? 4-0, let's finish strong. Yes. Tiebreakers against everyone in the West, but OKC 1-1 right now. Tyler, LeBron should 100% rest that back to back. Why play OKC again? Just dominate the Blazers and Mavs, bet Houston, and you're good. Problem is, like I said, all it takes is one, just, Mavs shoot the lights out. And now you're heading home, right? I just think I'd rather lock it up first. I'd rather beat the Thunder, beat the Mavs, and then if you want, sit them the rest of the way, right? Get it over with. Get the 3 seed locked up first, and then you don't have to worry about the rest, right? Then you can figure it out from there. Rather than you lose to the Thunder, and then all of a sudden you lose to the Mavs, and if you don't beat Houston, you could be in big trouble. 2 live streams in one day are blessed. Yes, good things keep happening for the Lakers, so got to take advantage. I'm gonna skate out of here in a moment. I was only gonna go like 20 minutes, and we're an hour and 20 minutes in. Can we still get Mark Williams this offseason? Yes, it's very possible. I mean, it boils down to would the Charlotte still want to trade with us? How did you become a Laker fan? Growing up, grew up in LA. I was born and raised in LA. Just as a kid, falling in love with the game of basketball, falling in love with the Lakers, Shaq and Kobe Lakers. I was a 90s kid. I grew up in the 90s. Saw Jordan. I got to see Jordan and, watch him. And then just kind of, when you're getting to the age where, you fall in love with that team and becomes your team. The Lakers, that was it. Lakers, fall in love with the Lakers. It wasn't anything like most people, like someone in their family is a Laker fan or that. Like I was really the only basketball fan like in my immediate family. Like everyone else was like football people. Like my mom, my stepdad, I was like the basketball guy. I just fell in love with the game. And then like I said, grew up in the 90s, so fell in love with the Lakers, and then was in LA and just grew up. All 5 teams behind us are tied in the loss column, which is wild. Wild. Apparently complaining about SGA shooting 0 free throws against the Lakers during the Warriors. Like, it's just everyone's crying about it. Are the Thunder going to rest their starters on Tuesday? Probably not. They're probably going to want revenge against the Lakers. Do you see finals this year, Lakers Celtics chance? Yeah, I think that's a very big chance. I think it just really depends on the Lakers, right? It really depends on which Lakers team shows up, right? We've seen this team and what they can do. You get the best version of this Lakers is hoisting the Larry O'Brien trophy. Lakers need Miles Turner. I like Miles Turner. I wouldn't be against Miles Turner. If the Lakers have a chance to get Miles Turner, I think you win. I think you go get Miles Turner. However, Miles Turner is probably not bad. Like, he made all the sense in the world next to Anthony Davis and LeBron. Not so much next to Luka. Right? He's more of a pick and pop center where Luka likes the lob threat center. He made sense alongside Anthony Davis because Anthony Davis could still dominate the paint. He could still stretch out. You could clear the deck for LeBron to dribble penetrate. All right. Should Lakers punt game against OKC and rest everyone and have them fresh for the Mavs? What if they exhaust energy and lose to OKC and then they're fatigued and lose to the Mavs? I mean, there's definitely an argument either way. Problem is, like, you never know what's going to happen. Like, right? Like, Lakers could rest everybody and then, because they're not in rhythm, play the Mavs and shoot poorly, and Mavs shoot the lights out. Now you lost both games. Now, if you lose to Houston, you're in trouble. All right. To me, I'd rather take the risk. You beat Thunder, right? Put everything into you get the rest when you complete the job, right? Like, finish the task and then go rest, right? I don't want to see the Lakers start resting beforehand, and then all it takes is just, something to go wrong. All it takes is just one bad game, one bad night, and now you're in trouble. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to see the Lakers risk it. I just think, do what you're supposed to do. I'd rather do what you're supposed to do and it doesn't work out than play around and and then now you get bit in the behind. I just don't want to see that happen. But all right, let's do couple more. Oh, they already get in the chat. Oh, perfect. All right. I am going to skate on out of here, everyone, real quick. I'm going to put a link in the chat. Go watch that video for me. It's a new channel I started. It's a personal channel, kind of like diving into topics and stuff that I want to talk about, things that I want to talk about. For years now, I've had people ask me for like an opinion channel. So I figured I would create one. So I made that, did that. Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've already been going for an hour and 20 minutes. So I was only going to be a 20-minute thing, but you guys have been awesome. So I went another hour. But real quick, do me a favor after this, go subscribe to that channel. I'm almost to 1,000 subs, so I'd really appreciate it. Also, go watch some of those videos. I need the watch time so I can get that channel monetized. So click that link, watch that video, watch all the videos on that channel if you can, and then also subscribe to that channel. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. But I will, yeah, I appreciate you guys. We'll be back again for the next Thunder game. But yeah, hit that like button for me, hit that subscribe button.